In these devotion videos, we're going to dig into the book of Proverbs. But before we do that, we need to talk a little bit about Solomon. King Solomon wrote many of the Proverbs, the book of Proverbs, and is often considered one of the wisest men to ever live. So, who was Solomon? Well, Solomon was the son of King David and Bathsheba. He ascended the throne in Israel in 970 BC. That was promised to him by his father, but Solomon was not the oldest son of David. Adonijah was. And Solomon won the kingship from Adonijah, who sought to take it. Early in Solomon's reign, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream when he was in Gibeon. In this dream, the Lord said, "Ask what I shall give you." Solomon answered, "You have shown great kindness to your servant, my father David, because he was faithful to you and righteous and upright in heart. You have continued this great kindness to him and have given him a son to sit on his throne this very day. Now, Lord my God, you have made your servant king in place of my father David, but I am only a little child and do not know how to carry out my duties. Your servant is here among the people you have chosen, a great people, too numerous to count or number. So give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. For who is able to govern this great people of yours?" Of all the things that Solomon could have asked for, and he asks for wisdom, the Lord gave him that wisdom and discernment that he had asked for, and he would be the wisest man and there would be none like him. The Lord would give him riches and honor on top of that, which he did not even ask for. The wisest man to ever live. I think that'd probably be enough reason for me to want to read his writings. And so shortly after this dream, we get a prime example of Solomon's use of wisdom in his decision-making. You see, there were two prostitutes who lived in the same house, and they both had a child. At night, one of the women had rolled over on her child while sleeping, and her child had tragically died. That same woman, though, got up in the middle of the night and switched her baby who had died with the baby who was alive. And when the other prostitute woke up and saw the deceased child that she knew wasn't her own, there was an argument that made its way to the king. Well, King Solomon knew exactly what to do. The two women were fighting over the one baby. So the simple solution would be to split the baby in two. Now, Solomon didn't really intend to split the baby in two, but he knew that the real mother would rather give up the baby than see the baby have that fate. And he was right. And the baby was returned to his real mother. Solomon's wisdom, like this, became renowned. People came from all over to speak with him. Other kings, queens, dignitaries. There was no one like him. Listen to this section from 1 Kings chapter 4, verses 29 to 34. It says, "God gave Solomon wisdom and very great insight, and a breadth of understanding as measureless as the sand on the seashore. Solomon's wisdom was greater than the wisdom of all the people of the East, and greater than all the wisdom of Egypt. He was wiser than anyone else, including Ethan the Ezrahite, wiser than Heman, Calcol, and Darda, the sons of Mahol, and his fame spread to all the surrounding nations. He spoke 3,000 proverbs, and his songs numbered 1,005. He spoke about plant life from the cedar of Lebanon to the hyssop that grows out of walls. He also spoke about animals and birds, reptiles and fish. From all nations, people came to listen to Solomon's wisdom, sent by all the kings of the world who had heard of his wisdom." Of course, it would be well worth your while to read what this man had written. But this is more than just wise sayings. Confucius wrote wisdom words. Aesop did too. What makes Solomon's words of wisdom different? Well, not only were these words written by the by an incredibly wise man. But his wisdom had come from the Lord, the one true God, and the words that he wrote are the inspired word of God. For that reason, let's give our time and attention to the Book of Proverbs in the coming weeks.